Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm InfernalColonel, and this is another edition of Sega Classic Wednesdays. I'm going to be continuing our playthrough of Shining Force, starting with Chapter 2, The Spirit of the Holy Spring. We actually started Chapter 2, just the beginning of it, in our last stream of this playthrough. Basically, Chapter 2 starts. You arrive in the town of Rindo, and you have to just quickly travel to the town of Manarina, which is basically where we're at. So we're one battle into Chapter 2, and we're preparing to dive into the Cavern of Darkness. If you want to check out any of the previous playthroughs, or previous streams within this playthrough, they're available on our YouTube channel, which can be found at the link below the stream. I'm going to do my best to get through all of Chapter 2 today. Should be just about the right amount of content. Let's see how it goes. So like I said, we're just about here in Manarina town. Going to be heading into the Cavern of Darkness, which is just down this staircase here. If you haven't seen any of Shining Force gameplay in the past, it's basically a turn-based tactical RPG. You get up to, I think, 30 characters throughout the game. Kind of like if you've ever played Chrono Trigger. It's kind of similar to that. Obviously this came way before Chrono Trigger, as far as I know. This game came out in 1993 for the Sega Genesis. Yeah, and every character has different attacks, different movement, typical kind of RPG type classes with healers and fighters, monks, and mages, all kinds of stuff. We'll go through all the characters that we have kind of one by one as their turns come up, just this first round of combat here. This is Gong. He is a monk slash mountaineer. I don't know why he has a backpack, doing some yoga. But he's actually my favorite character in the game. He can heal and he can fight, although he's actually extremely weak when he first starts out. But actually becomes one of the stronger characters in the game after you promote him. And just as a heads up, mechanics-wise, you can promote any character, I think when they reach level 10. Sometimes it pays to wait a little bit longer, because they get to keep some of their extra stats after you promote them, if you wait longer than level 10. But yeah, Gong's one of the characters I try to focus on early in the game, because he becomes super strong after you promote him. I've already gotten him to level 7, which is pretty fast to get there. I'm actually going to leave him kind of out to the side right now. Some characters have ranged attacks, which we're going to want to take advantage of. For example, this is Hans, the elvish archer. He's got a ranged attack. It's not going to do much damage to these zombies, but we'll take it. We've also got a mage, which is really... We've actually got 2 mages now. We just got one recently. And we'll want to use those against these zombies because they're pretty vulnerable to fire. This is the main character. I think his default name is Max. Obviously, I've named him Owen here, which is my name. He's really important because it's the only character who, if he dies during the battle, you basically kind of lose the game. I mean, you get to restart from your last save point, but it takes away half of your gold that you've saved up if the main character dies. And you also basically have to restart whatever battle you were undertaking. So you really want to be careful with him, make sure he doesn't die. For example, he's a pretty strong character, but I'm not going to put him here to attack the zombies because I want him to survive. So we'll keep him in the back for now. If any other character dies, it's no big deal. You can revive them at the next kind of town that you find. There'll be a priest, and you can pay just a handful of coins to revive those characters. You do lose them, obviously, for the rest of that battle, but it's no permanent death or anything like that. So this is Henri. She is, I think, the daughter of the king of Guardiana, which is the hometown of the main hero, and the king is killed at the very beginning of the game, and he kind of sends you on a quest to find Henri, to kind of face off against Runefaust, which is the evil enemy kingdom. So Henri is a mage, and she focuses, I think, on freeze magic. So I'm actually not going to use her right here to fight these zombies, because freeze is not too powerful against them. This is Tao, or Dao. Excuse me. She is the other mage in the group, and she is fire-based. She's a fire magic-based user, so I'm actually going to use her to do some damage to these zombies. She's in your party from basically the very beginning of the game. She's one of the first characters you get. And she stays pretty relevant throughout the game. Just as a heads up, if it's your first time watching any of this playthrough, I have played this game before a couple times in my childhood, but I've never streamed it before, and it's my first time playing it in quite a while. So I remember a lot of things, but definitely in the dark on a few things that I've forgotten. This is Ken. He's a centaur. He's a knight. Currently, I think he has a spear equipped, which allows him to have a ranged attack as well. These knights, as you can see, there's one right above him. This is May. They're very, very similar. I think she has a lance equipped right now, which is a non-ranged weapon. So I'm just going to have him chill here. This game does a lot of this kind of choke point creation, where you really have to kind of force your way through bottlenecks where you can't attack with your whole army. So you just have to be patient and make kind of the right choices. This is Luke. He's a warrior fighter. I think he's a dwarf. Doesn't have a beard. Doesn't quite add up, but he's very short and very powerful. Great defense and pretty good attack. So I'm actually going to use him as my tank here to fight these zombies. Levels are really important in this game, because as I mentioned before, you can promote your characters, I think, when they get to level 10. And obviously they unlock new abilities, new spells, new attack and defense upgrades, and things like that. This is Lo. He's a healer, or a priest. I guess he's just a healer. He's also one of the first characters you get initially at the very beginning of the game. Doesn't really have much use here, so I'm just going to keep him in the back. This is May, another centaur knight. This is Gort. He's kind of the other dwarf tank that you get. He's basically the first character you get after the initial group of characters that join your party. He's a real sturdy tank as well. Zombies do a lot of damage, so even though I've got a real sturdy tank up there, he's still taking quite a bit of damage. That's okay. This is Chris. She's the last character I got before Henri. She's also a healer. Right now my healers can only heal people that are right next to them, so I can't really do much for Luke there, so she's going to chill back here. Healers do get experience points for healing people, whether it's with a spell or an item. So it's not a good way to kind of add up the XP. Like most classic Sega RPGs, experience points and kind of getting your guys a little bit over-leveled is really an important aspect of making these battles relatively winnable. I wouldn't necessarily say my guys are over-leveled here, so you're doing 1 damage at a time with some of them, but kind of another common feature of a lot of Sega RPGs is that there's really only enough experience to go around for some of your characters. So you really have to kind of make an effort to get the right ones to focus on earning that XP. That makes it kind of an economical experience instead of just everybody being over-leveled all the time. Oh, I didn't even realize he was poisoned. These battles can drag on a little bit, so I'll try to keep the pace moving a little bit, but doing my best to at least give a little bit of context for who these characters are, how the game works, stuff like that. Enemies can't move through your characters, just like your characters can't move through enemies that are blocked off like a choke point, so it's a good, another kind of strategic element of this game is, you can see here I've kind of prevented the zombie from moving anywhere. And you can also kind of body block for people, like if I didn't want this guy to be too exposed, I could put people here and here, and that would kind of protect him. It does have kind of an XCOM element to it as well, if you've played XCOM before, in which you don't really want to be overly aggressive with your guys. If you move too far forward, you kind of trigger the next group of enemies to come after you. So you kind of want to take care of each set of enemies individually. It's always kind of a delicate balance, figuring out how far you can go without triggering those enemies. Typically these guys, like the healers and the spellcasters, you kind of want to leave them in the back, but early in this game, everyone's kind of starts more or less with their default equipment, their default weapons. You do get a couple of small upgrades for some of them, but the casters actually get this thing called the Power Staff, which I can show you right here. You can see he's got that Power Staff equipped down there at the bottom right, and that's the first actually big upgrade that you get weapon-wise for any of your people. So all the casters in my group have that right now, and it actually makes them as strong or stronger than the fighters. That won't be the case for very long, so take advantage of that while it's here. See how much damage he does. It probably won't even be that much since these zombies have high health. They have 4 damage. Not bad. It's always good to get your spellcasters levels as well. They're a good target for experience. Getting that heal spell that goes more than 1 block away is a big difference maker. See, those enemies, you could say it's bad AI or whatever it might be, but they don't want to break their formation, they don't want to allow me to cross that bridge, so even though there's a guy right next to him, he's not going to attack. Give me 1 sec, I'll be right back. Sorry about that. Back. Gotta be a little bit cautious around this bridge. Those snipers have real high damage, and that guy, the red guy in the middle, is a spellcaster who can target multiple units at once. Pretty high damage as well, so. Pretty sure I can stand here and be pretty safe though. Gong's my most over-leveled character right now, which is how I like it. Really trying to get him to level 10 or maybe 11 or 12 and promote him. It's pretty strong. This emulator is really good, by the way. It's available on Steam. If you're a fan at all of Genesis games of any kind, or they have Mega Drive games as well, which was, I think, like the Japanese/European equivalent of Genesis. Got some cool stuff. I'm gonna switch her over to her spear so she can do a ranged attack. She's only gonna do 1 damage, but it's alright. You can see there's some chests on the map here. We don't have to worry about those. You actually can open those during the battle, but typically you can open them after the battle as well. So I'm not gonna worry too much about that right now. Keep the main character safe over here. At this point in the game, you kind of want to just use up your healing resources, get your guys some experience. Battles aren't hard enough where you have to really be too concerned about your resources. I keep forgetting this guy's poison too. That's a pretty good shot. Might even kill this guy. That's okay though. It's no big loss from losing people during a battle. You can just revive them after the battle. It does make the battle itself a little bit harder, but as long as this guy doesn't go down, yeah, alright. Enemies and your characters can actually do double attacks sometimes too. It's a little bit unpredictable. But there's that element of a little bit of RNG in here. There you go, there's a double attack. You can also get critical attacks. I think there's a luck stat that influences some of that stuff. Get that guy's poison cleared out. It's definitely a different speed of game than what you'd be used to playing, you know, in a modern game today. But I like that. I mean, I'm a big fan of skill-based games that are fast-paced and, you know, involve a lot of quick decision-making, but it's kind of relaxing to play a game like this. Obviously, it's nostalgic if it's something that you played earlier in life. But even without that, I think it's a pretty high-tier RPG. Something that they just got right with these Sega RPGs that it's hard to recapture in modern games. I think part of it is they spent a lot more time on gameplay, story, character development, or even just character design than they did on things like graphics, you know, sound effects, things like that. Although, there are a lot of games these days that are trying to replicate the sound and graphics of older games, so. This is risky. He might die, but I'm gonna try to clear the sniper out. Bad time to miss. The snipers are glass cannons for sure. They do a ton of damage, but almost almost no health, no defense. Forgot these bats can make you sleep. It's not great. Attacks are always bad. Pretty sure poison lasts forever in this game too, until you get it cured either through antidote or magic, or you can go to priests in the towns and have them carry you, I think, as well. You can see here too, like, characters just get stuck in the back sometimes. There's nothing you can really do about that other than careful planning while you're setting up your attack. So, another reason why you have to be conscious of who's getting experience, who you're focusing on trying to get leveled up. There's also 30 characters in this game by the end of it. You can only have 12 in your party at any one time. So you do have to make some decisions about who you want to take along for the ride. You can alternate people in and out. I think that's one of the best parts about this game, is every playthrough is different, or at least can be different, depending on who you choose to focus on, who you choose to bring in your party. And some of the characters you get later on are, you know, more different than these, you know, healer, mage, fighter types that we have right now. This battle seems pretty easy though. These bats aren't too big of a threat, and not too much else on the map here. Trying to get some of that ambient noise out of the picture. Looks like she'll finally get to participate. Because she only has Blaze right now. Later on, she definitely develops into a freeze-focused mage. So we should try to probably get her leveled up a bit. Pretty meticulous about how you divvy up the experience points. Right now, I'm gonna just try to cruise through these guys. They're not making it easy. probably guess, these magic users that get like area effect spells pretty much level the quickest. She only got 16 experience though for killing those two guys. The experience, I'm pretty sure it's 100 experience per level for every level, so it doesn't change. But the experience that your characters get does scale down as they level up, unless you're fighting, you know, harder opponents. So another reason why you want to spread that XP around, you want to get the most out of the kills that you have available to you. But in the interest of expedience, and since our guys are already decently leveled, we'll just try to breeze through it. One of the cool things about Luke here is that he actually has no movement penalties, so you can see different tiles that you're on in terms of terrain. That land effect that's in the top left of the screen will change, so it's 15% on this sand, I guess, 30% on these stalagmites. I think that's what they're called. I always get them confused with stalactites, but I'm pretty sure that is the right word. But yeah, he has no movement penalties, which is a pretty rare quality for any hero. You can view the map too here, which I'm going to do really quickly just to make sure we're not missing anything. Yeah, it's just those guys on the top right. Just double check and make sure I have everything up. Yeah, I want to get things on the fastest speed. Another cool thing about the terrain tiles is that the battle screens that you see, oops, I meant to heal this poison there, but the battle screens that you see when you're actually engaged in fights change depending on the tiles you're standing on. So you can see she's standing, well, I guess they're both standing on sand, but if one of them was on a different tile, the floor underneath them would change, potentially the background as well. I think that's it's just this cool little feature. Even healing one hit point here will gain experience for the character. Which again, at this point in the game, you don't really need to worry about your resources, so it's worth doing that. Just get those 10 XP. Alright, let's see if I forget to heal this guy's poison for a third time, or might even be the fourth or fifth time at this point. At least we're generating opportunity to heal people. Here we go. So, low right now is the only healer I have that has the detox spell, which will remove poison. You can also use antidotes for an item. A little different effect there. But I actually like that. Like in this game, poison lasts forever, so most games you get poison, you walk around or you do a few things, and it kind of dissipates. It's more of a permanent condition in this game. Try to find that threshold I can move to without triggering these guys to engage. They will usually trigger at a further distance if they have an opportunity to fight the main character, because pretty much every enemy in this game has the hots for the main character. They'll attack him at any opportunity. I do have to be kind of careful here because this is 3 spellcasters. They can kill. 3 of them can kill pretty much any character I have. And they have AoE spells too, so they can kill 3 or 4 characters. It's the first time we're fighting a skeleton too in this game. I forget how strong they are exactly, but I'm imagining that they're pretty strong. Anytime you face an enemy for the first time, they're usually way above your level. Just give me 1 second. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. I am watching a few dogs right now and just having to manage them a little bit while I do this playthrough. I was playing that game of chicken in this game. We'll attack first. I think I'm just gonna go for it. When you're fighting against these mages, you don't want to stack your guys too close together, but anytime you have opportunity to kill one, it's usually worth it, since they have so much firepower. Soloed by a healer. Let's see if anyone needs healing. Effectively can pin this guy in the corner since he can't move through our character. There's not really anywhere else for him to go now. I don't think he has magic, so we should be alright. Just gotta leave some room for ranged attackers. Skeleton animation though. This might be a one-shot kind of deal here. 6 damage. That's bad. I'm actually gonna move him out so he can heal. Chance to get this girl some XP. Should be like 50 or 48, I think, is a max. Which is like half a level. Alright, let's just go get all of our loot here. That's great. Some of these herbs. Generally, you want to keep all your healing items on your healers, or not all of them, but you want to make sure they're stocked up, because they get XP from using those, nobody else does. That said, you do kind of want to have at least maybe one healing item on each character. In case they get isolated and need to heal themselves. These rings are actually super strong. Pretty sure you can only have one per person, but they're really like the only equipment in this game outside of weapons. And since Gong can't use weapons, I'm gonna... Don't mind the dogs in the background. I'm gonna make sure he has the power. Some items in this game are also cursed, so you have to kind of be careful when you're equipping an item. If it's cursed, then you have to go to a priest to remove it. Speed ring should go to somebody who's going to be taking a lot of hits, increase their agility, help them dodge, things like that. So probably give it to one of our tanks. Let's give it to Gordon for now. Yeah, those rings are super rare though. You really don't find very many of them. Just a handful, I think, throughout the game, or at least through the early portion of the game. So anytime you get that, it's super powerful. I also see some of my characters have a few extra items, like the potions there on the bottom left side and bottom of his inventory are basically like permanent stat boosters. Judicious with those too. Don't get too many of them. And just want to make sure you use them on characters that you're actually planning on using for a good portion of the game, otherwise it's kind of a waste. Wooden staff, come on. Come on game, you can do better than that. It's a weak treasure. Power staff, not bad, but we already have one for all of our casters. Actually, let me double check, does Henri have one? Yeah. Yeah, all the casters have one. I might hang on to that though, we'll see. Can't remember when we get our next caster, but it might be one. I think that's the last of the treasure up in the corner there. And I believe it's the item that we need to move on in this game. The Orb of Light. Did we lose anyone in that fight? I can't remember. This is one of my favorite stretches in the game. Manarina's a pretty cool town here. There's a lot of like little flavor, I don't know, flavor occurrences that happen to give you a little bit of background on some of the characters, to put some little comedic moments into the game. This is our headquarters. It's where all our dudes chill when we're not in battle. See, this is our full set of people. The blue flames are people who have perished, but I'm going to go revive them now. Which you do at a priest like this guy. pretty cheap to revive people. I think it's 10 coins per level. No big deal. When they get higher level, it can potentially add up if you lose like your whole team. Never a bad idea to save the game. Just get to hear that wonderful music. Not sure if you hear that noise in the background, but it is a sleeping dog having the time of her life. So yeah, like I said, I really like this part of the game. This is my, Manarina, then we'll go back to Rindo, which is where you start the beginning of Chapter 2. And there'll be a circus there that we'll have a chance to check out. And we'll try to take to the sea because we need to get to a different continent to fight the main army of Renfast. This is where we found the Domingo egg, which eventually will hatch into Domingo, who's a super awesome character. This girl turned us into a chicken. Oh nice, we can turn into a chicken again. It's always fun. If this was a modern game, there would be some secret way that you could stay as a chicken for the rest of the game and have an alternate ending. Unfortunately, it's not a modern game, so we do have to turn back into our boring human self at some point. And a slide climber. Time to go get another character for the Shining Force. I think this guy's just doing laundry. He's actually a knight. Sweet. I don't think we're at a full roster yet, so every character we get is just basically more firepower. Don't think there's much else to do here, so we'll head on out. So this is Manarina up here in the corner. Time to go back to Rindo. Again, where we started out Chapter 2. Last time we were here, there was a circus coming to town soon, but it hadn't arrived yet. I'm going to sell the power staff, the extra power staff we got too, because inventory space is at a premium in this game, and I'm pretty sure that any new caster that we get at this point would have one already. Inventory space is really at a premium in this game, so you can see each character basically has 4 slots. And the only character that ever can open chests is the main character. So, just pass this stuff around. Open up a little space. Alright, so I think we'll go check with the mayor. See how things are going. What's up, mayor? So the backstory here is that we needed a ship to get across to the other continent, across the sea, and this idiot mayor had basically sold all of his ships to our enemy. This is the only remaining ship here. It's the mayor's personal ship. But if we find his missing grandson, he'll give it to us. Given that there's a circus in town, I'm pretty sure we know where to look. Here we go. This is probably the first truly difficult battle in the game. The first one with an actual, like, boss. No more bats and skeletons here. Got these marionettes instead. Super creepy. The map here. Yeah, so we'll take out these guys on the left, go right, figure out the middle, which is the tough part. These mannequins can cast spells too, which doesn't make a lot of sense, but anything to make the game more difficult. Be careful of the main character here. That should be weak to fire since they're probably made out of wood. Doesn't really seem like it though. I'm gonna send these guys over here to start working on these bats. Need the whole team to fight. I bet she might get one shot. First crit of the day. Always when you need the least. It's interesting how every character levels up differently too. Ken is like a super high hit point character. Low defense, but pretty good attack. So his hit points ramp up way faster than any other character. Let's just take out this evil puppet. I think the evil puppets are taking cast spells. Oh, that was huge. Good timing for a double attack. Oh man, I forgot to check what Arthur has. What does he have? Oh, he's only got a lance. I should have got him a spear. For there's a lot of situations where your guys get clumped up in this game, and you really need those extra range attacks. But you can tank on this side for now. Actually, I'm not going to kill that guy here since he just attacked. I'm going to start setting up for that fight up on that platform. I think if I want to get this XP, I'm going to give it to the healer here. Level off this. I think she's still level 3. Some 90s Sega AI right there. It's actually good though, we want to draw these guys down one by one if possible. Something with your bare hands. This is huge. Anything you can draw forward like this to kind of fight one-on-one is much better than trying to take everything. Especially because the final fight here with these clowns and that, whatever that guy is at the top, is actually really difficult. But I have some secret strats that we're going to employ if needed. I am doing this run blind, by the way. Not using any guides or maps or anything like that. Not that it's necessarily a huge accomplishment, but definitely more enjoyable to rediscover the game. Kind of the way it was meant to be played. I should switch her over to a lance. Just back him out and heal. We could have killed that other guy, I think, but he's my main healer right now. Let's get focused. Never hurts to get this guy experience. You really want him to be as strong as possible. He is a strong character to begin with, but since he is so critical and you lose so much if he dies, never a bad idea to dump some XP in him. That's it for Gord, unless he pulls out the miraculous dodge. Whoa, I don't even know what that was. That's some crazy shit. Yeah, just look at this guy. I mean, you've got these clowns, which are kind of normal, right? 15 health. Don't really do too much. Check out the marionette here, though. Level 3 freeze, 35 hit points. I think he regens too, maybe? I might be making that up, but that guy's, it's like the first real boss of the game. Obviously not the hardest enemy by far, but it's your first real challenge. Gotta keep Gong alive because he's part of my secret strat for this part of the map. I'm gonna do my best to draw these clowns down here. That slow march. Try to pull him down. Pretty sure they won't take the bait, but because this part of the fight is designed to be pretty hard. if I attack him. It's a evil clown. What if he'll just let me sit there and attack him if I be careful? Yeah, apparently. Just gotta take this real slow. I remember this fight being so hard when I was a kid. I don't think I quite had the strategic thinking that I at least have a little bit of today. It seems like you can keep your distance from these guys, they'll just sit there and let you kill them. Wow, 5 defense, that's a huge upgrade. Clown down. Let's get you some free spell here. Nice. It's always good to have multiple elements in your group. Alright, Gong is, again, pretty critical, so try not to get him killed. Luke is such a good character in this game. He always seems to end up getting pretty high level. It's hard to stop using him. He's even better than Gort. They're very similar, but Luke has no movement penalties, which is a big difference. I think this guy's pretty much gonna have to stay on the sides. You can only engage this guy with, right, like 3 sides with direct damage dealers, so. He needs heals. Oh man, I forgot actually. He's freeze level 3, I think, right? So that's actually a really strong spell. I'm pretty sure it has like a pretty big range of effect. I think you can hit a bigger range than level 2. Let's just try this engage out. See how it goes. These ranged attackers in here. Try to spread people out a bit. That's not too bad. It's just a regular force spray in the box. But wow. Forgot about that. She can pretty much one-shot all my guys, so I gotta be careful with my resources here. I don't really mind losing people, but I don't want to lose everybody, so I'll just lose the fight. Big part of this fight is managing the positioning so that you have as many people attacking as possible, because this guy takes very little damage. I'm afraid to move him in range. I'm just gonna keep him in the back, honestly. Yeah, I don't want to bring Arthur even close to the fight. He'll get one shot. It's not really going to add anything in the meantime. Alright, let's see how this goes. Oh, that would have been sick if he hit it the second time. Yeah, keep everyone spread out. Just gonna pick off all of our mages one by one. That's fine. Beer for us. Alright, this is the secret move right here. Power ring. I'm gonna put that on Luke. He's gonna basically one-shot this guy. Nothing in the game tells you you can even use the power ring this way. It's just something I remember. But you can use it to kind of like give an attack boost to somebody, and it only lasts a couple of rounds, but that's a 15 attack is a huge amount. You do have to be careful though, because if you use the ring too many times it can break. You can repair it, but if you use it when it's like damaged, you can break it permanently if you're not careful. Pretty sure this guy heals. He was at 27 health before, I think, right? That's another reason you have to use the power ring, or you'll literally run into a situation where you're just not able to out-damage his healing. See, she gets a critical attack for 1 health. Good job, May. Typical May. I'm just gonna keep this guy in back. Go here. See how much damage we can do. Oof, 20 damage. Correct. I could probably finish him off with this healer. That'd be dope. Nice. Alright, GG. That was a lot easier than I was expecting. Thanks to the power ring. Mission accomplished. Alright, let's go get this treasure. Some more permanent stat potions. Always good. Try to keep these kind of distributed out because the main character's inventory space is precious. That's all the treasure other than what's up on stage. Good old coins. Steel arrow, that's actually huge. Pretty sure we only have wooden arrows right now, so I'm gonna give that to our archer. Yes, that is an interesting icon. No jokes to be made there. Alright, well, we've rescued the mayor's son. Time to go collect our reward, which should be his ship. First, I'm gonna go sell our extra equipment. Inventory space is super premium here. I'm gonna get a spear for Arthur too. always check for deals. I don't remember there being a lot of deals in this game, but if there ever is, it's usually like a unique weapon that you can only get, you know, one time at that location. So always worth checking. These knights are really weak with the spear, but range damage is just so much better than one square damage. What else do we need? We need to find a priest if there is one. Got a couple of people to raise up. Don't remember where the priest is here, but this is the kid we rescued. Chapel. There we go. Oh, he's always like I've been expecting you. He's a very priest, unfortunately. Dipping into the bank a bit, but worth it. Alright, I think this is the mayor's house. Yep. We are seafaring folk now. This guy better give me some kind of reward. If this was a Fallout game, he would have given me something. Oh man, speaking of Fallout, I cannot wait for Fallout 76. I know there's a lot of questions about it, and it's not necessarily what people wanted exactly, but I cannot wait for another Fallout game. I'll be streaming that a lot. Alright, let's get on this ship. Not this row. You've heard of the slow clap. Have you heard of the slow fire? Seems like a responsible person could put these fires out. Pretty big ship. Nothing is unusual. Just your typical burning ship. Well, there goes that ship. Any mayor worth his salt would have a backup ship, right? Guess we're off to Shade Abbey. Sounds like a pretty normal place. a bad sign. That is definitely a zombie. How cool would it be if you could recruit a zombie into the Shining Force? Good old prophecies. I don't like how all these people are following me around. Freshly dug graves. It's pretty creepy. This is what it's like to be famous. It's a trap. It's a small space to be fighting in. It's not good that this guy is trapped up here. I have to go position him. Position around him. Alright, these guys are super vulnerable to fire. He's just gonna make quick work of them. The skeletons, on the other hand, I think they're also not the best against fire, but cool background though with the stained glass. That 16-bit stained glass is just beautiful. Alright, I'm gonna just bring up my strongest fighters to give this guy a little bit of breathing room. Pretty sure we need to prioritize the skeletons first. I'll take care of these side zombies because they need to die too, but I'm gonna have to focus the skeletons after that. So it's super tempting to go out and fight with this guy, but he could get two-shot. I'm gonna actually just keep him back here. It's just a little poison, it's still okay. Oh man, she's gonna get one shot at the chick. Damn, it's not great. It's just one of the two people I had that had fires, though. This guy's hit hard. Yeah, he's dead. Oh wow. Thank the Sega AI gods. never a bad thing to focus the healers, but that's a little excessive. Should have been more careful with the mages though. They're pretty critical for this battle. But as long as Tao survives, it should be okay. Remember I used to call her Teo when I was a kid. Pretty sure that's not how it's pronounced. Alright. These guys are super strong. This guy is like probably one of my best defensive characters, so I'm just gonna throw him into battle. Try to get rid of these skeletons as soon as I can. Man. Oh man, one more hit. That's sweet. Okay, let's get these guys healed up a bit. Who was poisoned again? I think it was Corey. I'm not gonna be able to do much about that since he's completely surrounded. I need to keep prioritizing the skeletons at all costs. Killed Hans there, right? Yeah, he's at like 2 health. Sorry. I'm just gonna keep pounding on these skeletons. Not gonna do much damage, but they got a good hit. Alright, now she needs to be really careful. I'm gonna just back her out entirely. Finish off this zombie. She's literally the only like undead specialist I've got left, so keep her going. Alright, I think I'm safe to take this guy on one-on-one. Oh shit, it's a ghoul. I thought that was just another zombie. So let's go down here. I think we're still pretty safe here. Take on the skeleton. I don't know what that ghoul can do, but I should probably check. Does he have spells? Nope. Okay. Alright, May. Go full bronze lance on the zombie. Please kill him. Alright. Just keep focusing on these skeletons. He is poisoned too, so a slow drip points, but we gotta do what we gotta do. This, wow, that's dangerous. If he double attacked, he would have been dead there. This might actually be a lost fight because he's gonna die here. It's gonna open up room for another enemy to attack the main character. You have to move someone into that spot real quick to get the chance. Alright, so a couple things I can do here. I'd like to unpoison somebody, but I'm just gonna move him here and body block. Can't afford to have Owen go down. Ah, level 2 heal. Huge. Huge. Muster 2 hit points. I should have switched to the lance there. That was my fault. On the skeleton. Although I'm pretty sure she's gonna get one shot here. Hey, 7 damage, that's worth it. Got a decent shot at surviving this fight. Thankfully that ghoul in the corner is just kind of sitting there. That would just be a lot harder if he was engaging. Set it here. 1 second. I'm a little bit out of danger. Should be able to finish the skeleton off here. Nope. Ah, this is juicy. This is super juicy right here. She's probably gonna die, but she'll have done her requisite work here. $48 XP for 0 kills is pretty huge. So let's just keep going up. Probably should heal the other healer. Damage even with the lance. I'm not impressed. Alright, hopefully he doesn't get a double attack or a crit. Oh my god, I knew that was gonna happen. Ah, it sucks. Actually not sure. Okay, yeah, it brings you back to the last town. It's okay. It's actually not even that bad, especially for a relatively short fight like that one that doesn't involve a lot of moving across the map. There's actually a benefit to it because you get to keep all the experience that you gain. Obviously, you lose half your gold, which is a pretty big hit. I mean, I think I had like 5,000, I guess, so that's a pretty big hit. But you get to keep the XP, and I think trading gold for XP, extra XP, is kind of worth it, in my opinion. 2,500 gold is a lot, though. That's a substantial amount. cured my dudes. I think this guy's still poisoned. Forgot to cure. Yeah. That's kind of annoying. Alright, let's keep Gordon up here. I think I can do better than I did last time. It would have been nice if I cured that poison, but it's all good. Be a little bit more careful with my spellcasters, because losing Henri there was painful. No need to expose her like that. Gotta remember how hard those skeletons hit. Body blocking is definitely a thing in this, though. You really gotta use that to your advantage. Changes the whole game. Does she have detox? I don't think so. Sorry, though. Healing can actually, excuse me, healing can actually be a better way to get your healer's experience in fighting sometimes. Because it's pretty consistent, they pretty much always get the same amount of XP. Get a little bit more if they heal more, but it's not like fighting enemies where it declines over time relative to the difficulty. It's worth it. She's got a ton of MP, so I'll just toss this out. Wow, she's almost promotable. I think generally I'm gonna try to get my guys to, like, I don't know, at least level 12, 13, 14, maybe 15 before promoting them, even though you can do it at 10, because they're just stronger that way. back, because that was pretty painful losing 2,500 gold. May was. Hopefully she can finish him off. Man, always with the 1 health. What about you, Arthur? You up to the task? He is decidedly not up to the task. Sorry, he's body blocking. Guess we have to try to think if we have to now. We'll just move her up here, get her in position to do some more damage. Man, that AI is just bad. It'd be cool if they made a remastered version of this game where the enemies were more intelligent. It would be super difficult that way. Might be dead. Man, that sucks. This is my only guy that can remove poison. So I'm a little screwed here, but that's alright. Level 2 heal. Beast. Aw, crap. I forgot about this. Should've kept him up. Arthur's meaningless. That only happened because Lo died. Lo would've had a turn before that happened, otherwise. This is quickly falling apart. Watch this guy one-shot Arthur. That would just be the cherry on top. And he's poisoned, which means he's dead next to you no matter what he does. Oh man, this is going poorly. Poorly at best. Everything's full health now. At least these zombies aren't. And the question is, how much damage can Hans do? Let's just try to take out the zombie. Hopefully it works. Helps a little bit. I forgot he has the steel arrow now. You can see too his character model changed a little bit with the steel arrow. It's one of the cool things about this game. It's one of the first ones that, at least that I remember, that when you equip a new weapon, your character's model actually changes. We need to just start finishing off some of these zombies. Oh no, I thought that was the damage one. Oh well. It's okay. Hopefully Dow can knock these guys off. A lot of level 2 heals going around. She should get a couple kills. That helps. Starting to outnumber him pretty highly, so pretty heavily. Even skeletons might not be able to come back from this deficit. The question is, what do we do with Gort? Is he still poisoned? He's not poisoned, that helps. But he's like 2 shots away from death pretty much. Trying to think what the priority should be here. I'm gonna just kill off the zombie. I think the less enemies we have at this point, the better. Find a way to win the war of attrition. Because focusing the skeletons here isn't really gonna do a whole lot. I'm gonna try to protect my archer since he's got a little bit more damage than he used to. Let me take this guy out first. guys left alive to take on the ghoul at the end. But yeah, here you can see his arrow's different. It used to be a wooden arrow, not steel. Not a huge upgrade, right? But cool that it changes it all. I always found that to be it makes games better when things like that have an effect. At least our mages are alive. Hopefully Ken doesn't just die in one hit. He has 25 health, but he has super low defense. Oh man, right there. They're just dead no matter what, right? Yeah, he's poisoned, so he's gonna take 2 damage. The saddest part is he can't even kill this 4 health zombie. He can't even damage it. Oh man. Good riddance right there. She can take him out though, I think. Really gotta take advantage of this like relatively brief period where your healers and your casters are overpowered thanks to the power staff, because it gets a lot harder for them to get experience later on. Oh man, should I? Can I kill him? He's at 3 health. Oh. I'm gonna do it. Sure we've got the fight won at this point, so extra revive won't cost us too much. Damn, I really wish I hadn't lost this fight previously though, because I'm pretty sure we want a lot of money going into the next town. Pretty sure there's some decent upgrades available. I'm not going to be able to afford much at this point. It's alright though. One more person to get a turn before this skeleton. There we go. Oh my gosh. Mistakenly assumed that she could do enough damage to kill him. Oh man, this is a tough call, but we're just gonna get the damage done. He's probably gonna die to the ghoul, but that's okay. I want him to get XP. Alright, so let's just initiate. Someone's gonna die, so it might as well be her. Wow. Can't believe he didn't move. That means we should be free to just take pot shots at him from afar, which I'm more than happy to do. I like this fight. It's nice. They do a really good job in this game of varying the fights up. Sometimes you have like a smaller area like this. A lot of times you do have to like kind of make your way across a map, and it takes a little bit longer. They have fights in towns. They have fights in like dungeon areas. It's nice that it's not always just exactly the same thing over and over again. Let's just go level 2 blaze on this guy. I'm not even gonna risk it. Not gonna chance it. Do not want to lose another fight. Man, Hans is like super strong these days. Alright, May. Do 1 damage to him. Let's get it. 2 damage. Impressive. Alright, time for Gort to knock this guy down a bit. He won't finish him off, but he won't even hit him. Sorry. So the question is, how can Gong gain more experience? The answer is probably going to be healing. Yeah. heal level 2 is huge. You do eventually get an AoE heal. I think that's heal level 3. But heal level 2, just being able to heal someone who's not right next to you is a huge feature. Deadly attack. Always good to have your mages get some levels and some new spells eventually. One of my absolute favorite characters. Of course, Gong is my favorite, but Balbore is super cool and super effective. He's a flying character, which is the first that you get in the game. You also, he's also just really strong. Like, they could have made him super weak, and he would still be useful because he can fly and has huge movement. But he's super strong too, and he's just a cool character. Who wouldn't want a talking hawk as a companion? I guess everyone else either cleared out, or is it correct to assume that we just killed everyone in this town because they were those monsters we just fought? I guess that's the case. Doesn't there have to be some kind of like secret passage with treasure in here? Worth a shot. So I guess we got his, what I assume is his wife, sister, daughter, something. I'm gonna assume wife. So we've got 2 flying characters that we can use. I think we're starting to have more characters than we can use though, so we're gonna have to make some choices here. You can only have 12 characters in your party, and if my calculations are correct, I think we've got 13, maybe 14 now. So we'll probably have to drop someone out. And I'll have to give that some thought, and obviously we'll welcome any input from any viewers who want to kind of have a say in who we end up taking with us. I'd actually prefer it that way if you guys have particular characters you want to see. Because obviously I've played this before, and will probably be, at least even subconsciously, driven to use characters that I've used in the past that I have a fondness for. Thus ends Chapter 2, The Spirit of the Holy Spring. And so begins Chapter 3, The Secret Weapon of Runefaust. The Shining Force arrived in Bustoke, a town built into a mountainside. So the plan today was to play Chapter 2. There's 8 chapters in the game, and I'm going to try to generally stream a chapter at a time. That way we'll have a nice kind of 8-part playthrough. And there aren't really super great logical stopping points outside of those chapters, so I think I'm going to try to keep to that. I will explore this town right now, check if there's any weapons to upgrade, kind of do a quick review of the characters that we have and who we might think about taking with us going forward. But that'll probably be about it. So let's check out Bustoke. This way, when we come back for the next chapter next Wednesday, on Sega Classics Wednesday, we will be able to hop right into a battle. And a cool battle it is, if I recall correctly. What's this mysterious debris? Yeah, the battles only get more interesting from here. It's the first, like, I don't know, 5 to 10 battles in this game. Probably not even 10, but yeah, maybe 5 to 7 battles in this game are a little bit boring. They're just kind of, you know, getting to teach you the strategy of the game and the mechanics of the game. So not a lot of cool stuff happens. But as the game progresses, you start getting into much more strategic gameplay. There's very unique situations in each battle. You really have to kind of give it some thought and play a little bit more cautiously. So again, unfortunately, we lost half of our gold in the last fight because we died. Our main character died during that fight. The penalty for that is half your gold, which is pretty severe, but I like it. It's always nice in games when there's some sort of drawback from dying. Otherwise, it kind of takes some of the suspense out of the game. Just gonna make sure we don't have anything to sell. Could sell these spears, but we're gonna hold on to them for now. It's always nice to have that flexibility. They both have middle swords, right? Yep, okay. So let's check on weapon upgrades. But first I'm going to just check and see if this guy has any heals. Nope. Let's see what there is to buy. Middle sword, which everyone already has. Power spear. Power spear sounds like we're going to want a whole lot of those. And the middle axe as well. So we've already got power staffs for all our casters. Our one archer that we have right now has a steel arrow. Bronze lance is already kind of obsolete at this point. We already have one of those on all of our knights, and since the power spear is now available, I'm pretty sure that lance is going to be entirely obsolete. We'll check real quick to make sure, but if the power spear does more damage than the bronze lance, I'm just going to sell all the lances, because you can attack with the spear. You can attack adjacent enemies with the spear just like you can with the lance, but the spear also has ranged attack. So if it's better, if it's more powerful, there's no reason to have a lance. I'm sure we'll get a better lance at some point though. Alright, so yeah, let's buy one power spear first just to check that. And that will go to all of our knights. We'll do May first. Just kind of check and see what we got. This is actually good. We'll be able to sell spears and lances for everybody. Okay, so for example, we've got 14 attack on May with a regular spear. We've got 17 with the bronze lance, but no ranged attack. I've got 23 with the power spear. That's not even a question. We're going to sell all those bronze lances and all those regular spears. Which is huge, because that'll free up some extra cash to keep buying stuff. They give you a fair amount of money for these. I think 75%, I want to say, of the cost of the item when you sell it back, which is more than most games give you. This is also nice because having just the single weapon for these guys being a ranged weapon, you don't want to have to do any switching of weapons during combat. Which I don't mind doing, it is cool to have that flexibility, but definitely a little bit of a time saver. I have a feeling we might not use Arthur. I don't know if we need 3 knights in our party, but at the same time, since he's just getting the power spear here, it might be worth hanging on to him. And just, again, whenever you get to a town that has upgraded weapons for certain characters, those characters for the next battle or two are going to be like super powerful. So yeah, we'll probably use Arthur for a little bit longer. Would love input though from anybody who wants to see particular characters. Alright, now I've got the middle axe, which I'm going to assume is for Luke and Gort. It is, and let's sell Gort's Angel Wing. Just going to do a test to make sure this is better than the middle sword. Pretty certain though that this is just better, so it's always good to check first though. Let's get these guys equipped as well. Man, 27 attack, that's huge. We do have a bunch of stat potions, permanent stat increase potions, so if we do decide to use a character and they're underpowered, we'll pretty quickly level them up, at least 1 or 2 characters. Alright, yeah, middle axe is better, so we'll end up getting that for Luke as well. I don't know what it is, but getting better weapons and upgrading your gear is always like the best part of every RPG. I'm sure you could write a whole thesis about that. About why that is. Let me sell his weapon first. I think only the warriors can use the axes. I'll double check that in a sec, but pretty sure the main character can only use swords, and the Gar flying guys can only use swords as well. Let's get one more axe. We'll double check right now. We can use it. Yeah, the flyers can't use it. The birdmen, as they're called, and the swordman can also not use it, of course, because he's a swordman. I don't think there's anything else to buy, right? Everyone has middle swords, we've got the power spears, bronze lance is obsolete, the middle axe is on our 2 warriors, we've got power staffs for all of our casters, and Hans, our only archer, currently has the steel arrow, which is good because we can't really afford too much more. So it turned out that dying that one time didn't really hold us back. If it happens too many more times, though, we'll definitely run into situations where we have to wait on buying upgraded weapons, and that actually makes a pretty big difference in the game. Like, battles are so much harder if you're having to grind for cash instead of just using what you got. Or, you know, being able to afford the weapons right away. Alright, just gonna double check, make sure everything's equipped. Good, looking good. Just double check these guys. There's a status menu too, I think you can use to do some of this stuff. Is that under item? Oops. Nope, I think it's in our headquarters. Alright, so we've got a fresh set of weapons. Let's go finish exploring the town real quick. I'd like to live in this town. Oh man, Xylo. He's like one of the best characters in the game. He might be the best character in the game. Never. Alright, this is our headquarters. We'll go there in a sec, but first... Sweet, second archer. Can never have too many ranged attackers in this game. Wonder if she has a steel arrow already. She does, sweet. Look, it's Boken, our favorite random climber. pathing of these characters is so annoying sometimes. Back to full strength. I wonder if there's a situation where you could spend so much money on like weapons that you can't afford to revive your people. You have like 2 people left. We did lose a lot of people at Shade Abbey. It's a tough battle. We've explored the whole town pretty much. Go to the headquarters in a sec. So, oh man, I didn't mean to do that. That's okay, we can back out of this. So at least you get a preview of what this next battle is going to be. This is the quarry where you need to find, I think it's the lunar dew to save Xylo, but we're going to back out. We are going to save this battle for next stream. We just got here into chapter 3. The aim was to kind of just do all of chapter 2 today. Oh man, it's actually good. Now I'll remember to cure the poison before we log off. Let's see, the unit mix is a lot different in this battle. They've got priests. I think this is the first time in the game where the enemies have healers. It makes it way harder. We just need to get to be the main character and we can exit the battle. Yeah. But first, take a little look at what we're gonna have to face. Yes, the lizard man. Pretty sure this is at least a 2-part battle too. Save that one for later. Go check out our headquarters. Actually, you gotta find the priest again. So we'll have to make a decision on which 12 characters we're taking with us, because I think we've got, yeah, so this is our current 12. We've got 3 knights, 2 warriors, 2 mages, 2 healers, an archer, and a monk, and then the main character. I think we have 2 extras right now. Oh man, we have 3 extras. We've got our flying birdman, we've got Diane the archer. That's it, yeah. So, the way we'll decide this, unless anyone has input, if any viewers have any input, I'd be more than happy to tailor the party accordingly. But, if we don't, then we'll just make sure to take people who have recently gotten upgraded weapons, because they'll be the strongest. So we'll take Diane instead of... I don't know if we need 3 healers. So our knights just got the power spear. We're going to want to hold on to them. Yeah, actually, you know what? I'm not going to take Diane. Or if I do, I'll take her instead of Hans. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. Because she's supposed to be like our guide through the quarry, so I guess we should have her. Then we've got our 2 birdmen, birdwoman and birdman. Balboroy is one of my favorite characters, so I'm going to take him. It's also really nice to have them because they're flying units. So who do we want to leave behind? I think we're going to leave behind one of the healers because 3 healers is just kind of excessive. And right now we've got Lo, Gong and Chris, who are all healers, pretty much. We'll leave Chris behind. If I could figure out if she was a dog or a horse, I would be slightly more inclined to take her with us, but barring that, we're just going to leave her behind for now. We might go back to having her, depending on what our needs are, but yeah, she's only level 5 as well, so drop her for now. I'm actually going to take Amon too. I pretty much, every time I've played this game before, I've never used her. I'd like to see how decent she is, and having 2 flyers is like, yeah, what's up, Alucard? Yeah, the flyers are good, right? I've never used both of them at the same time, so I'm gonna try to do that this time around. I think for now we'll drop Arthur. Don't need 3 knights. So that's gonna be our party for the next battle. Definitely switch people in and out though, just to keep people's levels relatively current. Well, the plan was to end the stream here, since we got to the end of Chapter 2, but I'm gonna do the first fight here. At least the first part of this fight. Quite as cautious with Mei there because she's recently gotten an upgrade on her defense. That was pretty significant. Keep everybody else out of range for now though. So nice to get that power spear because these guys were getting pretty useless. Strong right now. I think she gained 5 defense on her last level. That's a lot. First to level 10. I feel like the mages always gain levels fast though. close to level 10 too. I love the way his icon changes when you promote him. It looks like Rambo. The range on those guys, it's probably only 2, right? Just assume. These guys in position to dive those snipers. Crazy how strong these knights are now after getting the power spear. Get like a double attack every time too. That's crazy. That would be cool if there was a weapon that guaranteed double attacks or crits or gave you better crit chance or something. I'm pretty sure there isn't though. Careful with these guys, because I'm pretty sure that mage could kill them in one hit. I don't mind sending one guy out, but I don't want to get multiple people hit. Damn, they're strong. What good's a healer when you're dead? I remember when I was playing this game as a kid, I used to just send the bird people like super far on flanks. Doesn't seem like the best idea anymore. From Star Wars. survive a double attack from the skeleton now. I feel like they get those a lot. Oh man, this is kind of gonna be a pain because we're kind of jammed up here. And they've got a healer. Magic arrows with the 3 range. It's just gonna take us a sec to get through this. I'm gonna try to leave those spots open for the healers. Kind of risky, but I think it's worth it. Nice. She needs the XP too. I get the feeling she's one of the characters that'll get a lot better after I promote her. Any character that starts out weak in this game, where you're like, wow, this character's bad, typically becomes amazing if you get them leveled up. It's nice that people can stand on these edges too. It really makes the choke points not so crazy. Watch him get too shy here. Could have happened. That was careless of me. I should have killed that skeleton. Got greedy. Way too greedy. But in for a penny. Oh man, another double attack, that would have been huge. It's interesting how the XP works in this game, since there's not like, you don't get like random encounters when you're walking around or anything, so you can't really grind. I guess you kind of can. You can back out of fights and redo them. That is one aggro healer. Got 2 health and not healing himself. Whoa, thought he was the healer for some reason. Smart move there would have been to kill the healer probably, but farm some XP. Down. So yeah, does anyone have any input on what level you should wait to get your guys to before you promote? Because you can promote starting at level 10, but if I recall correctly, it's a big advantage to actually just wait and promote them later on, because they get extra stats. I'm wondering if there's like, at what point there's diminishing returns, it's better to just promote them. I should have brought Arthur with me. I might bring him for the next fight, because these knights are so strong right now with that power spear. Oh, nice. Thanks, Rushlock. I appreciate that. That's some good info. I'm trying not to look anything up. I'm sure I could just effing Google it, right? But I'm trying not to look things up about the game. Warriors just got new weapons too. The middle axe, so they're pretty strong. I really do wish they improved the AI, or had better AI in this game, or you could somehow get a version with better AI that was more challenging. Not that every game always has to be like on super hard mode, but it could be a good challenge. I didn't even know there was a Game Boy remake. That's cool. I'm sure I have played Shining Force 2 as well. I don't remember it as clearly as this game, but I'm guessing the AI probably got better. There's a Shining Force 3 as well, which I think only ever came out in Japan. Oh, that's really cool. Nice. Yeah, this series is my favorite RPG series of all time, and there's been a lot of good ones. I'm a huge Fallout fan, but something just different about these classic Sega games. Sorry for the dog barks. Watching a few dogs here. Oh wow, it came to the US? I didn't even know that. I'm guessing you can get like an emulator, but I don't know how legit that is, or if it's like... I'm guessing there might be some rules on Twitch about streaming emulators like that. Or ROMs or whatever. Did you ever play Warsong? I think it's also known as Langreaser. That was another amazing Genesis game. Same thing kind of happened where the first one was available on Genesis and then they had I think 4 or 5 sequels. They were all Japan only, I think. Yeah, that game's amazing. Gemfire, I haven't played that one, I'll have to check that out. Did you ever play, I think it's called Dragon Force? It's like a Sega Saturn game. I never played it, but it looked like it was kind of like Warsong. I always wanted to get that game, but I never had a Sega Saturn. I've always been looking for other games that are like Warsong too. I've heard that like the Fire Emblem series is somewhat reminiscent of it, but I haven't played any of those games. Gotcha. I still have not played a single Sega Saturn game to this day. It's definitely something I need to add to my list. If I kill this Master Mage, it kills all the other enemies, right? That's... Did you ever play Shining in the Darkness? Cool. I don't think any of those are available on Steam either, right? It's all like console stuff, pretty much. Yeah, Shining in the Darkness is brutal. I've been doing a playthrough of that too. I've gotten through like the first 2 trials or whatever, but I'm a little intimidated to go too much further than that. I'll probably keep at it though. There's a new Shining game coming out too, right? Or maybe it already came out on Steam? It looks like more of a JRPG though, like not so much of this like classic style. Gotcha. There's got to be a big, like a fairly big market for that kind of stuff though. If Sega was ever interested in releasing that stuff, I think they just came out with all those games on mobile, but I don't think any of these are part of that. I think they're all free too, the ones on mobile. The ones on Steam are like $1 a piece too. I wonder how the sales are on those. Interesting. I might have to get a Game Boy Advance to check out the remake of this and those Shining Soul games. Yeah, my experience with the Shining series is pretty much just Shining in the Darkness, Shining Force 1 and 2, and I'm aware of a few of the other games, but I haven't really played through them. Cool. I'll definitely check those out. I'm also a big fan of like the Phantasy Star series. gonna try to do playthroughs of those as well. Those are classics. Yeah, of course. Hey, fresh content for something like this though that's like a dream. Same here. Yeah, I didn't play the first one. It was on the original Master System, I think, right? The first one. Totally understand. I know Nintendo's always been like reluctant to re-release games or make them available on other platforms, but it seems like Sega's kind of open to that, so hopefully we'll get more of it. Oops, let's attack the lizard. Thanks for all this info. It's definitely giving me something to look forward to as well. Wow, really? I can't believe I didn't know about any of these games. I mean, I knew there was more games in the series, but that's a lot more than I was expecting. I had a Dreamcast too. I should have taken advantage of that. Might still have it somewhere. I think there's translated versions of some of the Langrisser games too. I'm probably butchering the pronunciation of that, by the way. But I played one of them briefly. The one that Lance comes back in. Or he may be in more than one of them, I'm not sure. But I love those games so much. I could play Warsong over and over again. Let's go cure Xylo. I missed a character. That's awesome, man. It's a great way to pass the time. That game's fun too. I mean, it's got its challenges too. That's what I like about some of these older games. They're more challenging than a lot of current RPGs. Didn't I get the lunar dew? I got the moonstone. This is the one thing I wished in this game, is that they made this guy into an actual character. Please tell me he's a character in the remake. That's awesome. That's awesome, nice. That clinches it. I'm definitely gonna have to get those games. quite sure where we have to go here now. Wasn't really paying attention. Sun. Yeah, I haven't heard of those, but if they're from the same studio, they gotta be decent. Definitely gonna write all this amazing info down. Give me something to research later. I think I missed Gunts though. I'm gonna have to go back and get him if I still can. I'm guessing I can't though, because I think we switched chapters. I'm actually gonna go check real quick. Oh, I can't even leave. Alright, no going back in this game. Yeah, so I think the next fight is up this way. But, again, the plan here was to just do Chapter 2. Got through that fight there. Got the Moonstone. I think we'll probably wrap it up here shortly. Yeah, okay, the alchemist is over here somewhere. Let me try it up there. This is just the cell. This must be him right here, right? Totally. Where's this alchemist at? Ah, here he is. Let's go get Xylo. Sweet. This guy's amazing. It's always bittersweet when you get a new character, though. It's always fun to add more options and get a new person, but you gotta kick someone to the side. I'll just go single heals for now. That looks pretty good. Alright, well, we made it through Chapter 2 today. Did the first battle here in Chapter 3 and explored the town. I think we'll wrap it up here, though. Back next Wednesday for Chapter 3 of Shining Force. Also be back Friday in the meantime for a variety stream. If people are interested, I'd be happy to stream this again on Friday as well, but in the meantime we might just play some Death Road to Canada, a little Overwatch. Trying to keep the Sega classics on Wednesday every week for now. But if there's interest, I'll definitely up that. Thank you very, very, very much to everyone who stopped by to watch, even if it was briefly. If you enjoyed hanging out here for a little bit, please toss a follow. It really would help me out trying to get to 50 follows, get that affiliate status. If not, no worries. Hopefully we'll see you again. Thanks, Rushlock, for all the information and sticking around so long. Definitely was a good to have you in the chat. And thanks everyone else as well. Catch you on Friday for a variety stream, Monday for They Are Billions Community Challenge, and we'll be back again next Wednesday at 5 p.m. Eastern to continue our Shining Force playthrough with Chapter 3. Until then, I'll see you guys later. Be well.